Are they still integers? Are they still integers? If they're past the decimal point, they're still integers technically, but they're not whole numbers.
What does the decimal have to do with integers?
Yeah, exactly, right? They're just whole numbers.
You could multiply them by natural numbers, because then you don't get multiples of 0, which would just muck the whole thing up.
Right.
Integers are not whole numbers.
Exactly.
Exactly. But natural numbers are.
What about fixed point?
Better than broken point?
We are not making floating point giveaways.
Yeah, let's not. Because that's how they. That's
how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you. So they skimmed all those fractions of a penny in.
Office Space?
In Entrapment is what I was thinking, but Office Space is also...
Not Entrapment, they just directly went to the bank to steal stuff.
They did, but how they did it is they said, we're just going to take off the transaction pieces so that people don't see the money leaving.
Then why did that system have lasers?
I don't know. It's what I remember from that movie anyway. Maybe I...
Oh, you only remember that?
I remember a few other parts, actually, pretty clearly as well. Like... That was the part that really got me. That was like, oh, wow, that's brilliant. And then, of course, Office Space does that. And it's like, that's also brilliant. Like,
And some banks do that if you have a savings account. They round it up so that you know anything that's not near a whole number, it goes into a savings. Which is not stealing.
No. Wait, are they shaving it off and putting it into your own own account? Okay, cool. That's all right.
Yeah, they just round it to the nearest dollar.
And Texan says that's also how the virus worked in Hackers. So there was a period of time when scriptwriters were like, I just realized this thing, and I'm gonna write a movie about it.
No one cares about fractions of a cent.
Yep.
Engineering, can you reset these screens?
Really? Superman 3 did it also? Huh. All right, so I'm going to have to create like a series of movies on Netflix to watch that
You're
are just
create a series of movies?
That are just there's a playlist of movies.
You're going to make a playlist on Netflix?
Make a whole playlist on Netflix for myself. I have a you have my list, right? I'll clear up my list of all the stuff like you know.
You're going to use your single list just so you can watch these movies?
Going to get rid of Nimona and like all the things that I need to, all the stuff that I need to tell, you know, like Hilda and everything else. Be like, I need Netflix to know these are movies I like, so I can't get rid of them out of my list because I need to know they're movies you've seen, but you like them enough that you keep them in your list. That's what I use my list for because I don't have a clue how their algorithm works. So I have to assume they need to be told over and over, these are the things I like to watch because they're in my list.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get rid of all that, and I'm just going to grab a whole bunch of these movies at random and just have an evening, have an entire... You know, I have 48 hours that I've said I'm not going to do anything after Desert Bus. It's just going to be watching movies where they steal fractions of a cent for everyone's account. And then I'm going to evaluate them and decide which one had the best plots. They're all the same idea, but which one had the best realized plots.
Should we be concerned that you're doing this as research?
I mean... If there was a means by which that I could maximize on whatever interest we were earning in our accounts, and I could be like, I can pull that out and put it into another account, so we would have more money, that would be great. That would be, I mean, man, if you could. One of the things I really love about Sneakers is that I think is maybe my favorite movie of all time. I'm not actually certain about that. But I really, really love it. I can watch it over and over and not get tired of it. But at the beginning of the movie, it's the 1960s, and the guys are committing computer crime, and they're like stealing money out of accounts. Well, they're taking the money from accounts of organizations they don't like, and they're feeding it into accounts of organizations they do like.
So it's good to be friends with these people.
Yeah, I really liked it because it was very Robin Hood. It wasn't just like we're taking money out and putting them into a random account somewhere and then we're going to be rich and do whatever. It's like, no, they thought they were literally changing the system. That's what they thought they're up to, is like, we're just going to do this, and then that way these other companies will be broke, or these other groups will be broke, and then all these like good organizations have tons of cash. Which is also the stinger at the end of the movie. You know, if you haven't seen it, it doesn't matter that I've just said that because the whole fun of the movie is watching how everything goes down. But yeah.